Dover City Park, home of Dover baseball. It is fall collegiate baseball time in Ohio as Kent State Tuscarawas host Miami Middletown. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon as we compete with CBS and Fox for your viewership on this NFL Sunday. But it's collegiate baseball time. Nowhere we'd rather be than here in Dover watching these two pseudo-MAC teams do battle. First pitch of the game goes down as I believe a strike. Nothing in one count to begin the at-bat here on Jake Lang, the center fielder for Miami Middletown. Second pitch popped up and will go over the backstop, so it's a 0-2 count to begin the at-bat. And on the mound today for the Golden Eagles, making his debut, is Brenton Billman, the junior transfer from the OAC team, Otterbein. The 0-2. Changes speed, doesn't get Lang to bite. Now a 1-2 count. Billman has plenty of pedigree coming from a tough conference. He will take that here. Sky to the right side over here towards first base. And it will be caught over at first base for out number one. A nice play coming from Powell as he goes into foul territory. Gets underneath the baseball and retires Lang. That's the start that KSU Tuscarawas wanted. They got Lang down in the count 0-2. They challenged him. They went two low changeups. The second one, he skied to the right side. One up, one down. And things continue to go well on the bump for Billman. 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on Caden Davidson, the second baseman. That will even it up as it skips on the turf. Davidson, the junior, went to Edgewood High School and is listed at 5'10", 185. This one bounces in front of the plate, making it 2-1. Billman looking to get on the same page with his catcher, Caleb Salgado, behind him. Powell, Fisher, Campbell, and Foltz in the infield. And going to the outfield, it's Maine, Waddle, and Leonard. Now a 2-2 count. Billman looking for his first K as a Golden Eagle. The nod and delivery. Just a minute outside. It looked good from our angle in the dugout, but now a 3-2 count. And in the on-deck circle for Middletown is Cornell Bennett. Here comes the payoff pitch. Misses just outside. Billman slips, and that will be a one-out walk for Caden Davidson. With a duck on the pond, up steps Cornell Bennett, the third baseman for Middletown. He is a freshman from Hamilton High School. He will look to impress here. Last time out for Middletown, a 12-1 and 11-1 victory over Community Christian. The back pick from Salgado not in time, as the runner, Davidson, is back standing. Some miscommunication as the ball skips on over to third base where Foltz is able to retrieve it. Just something you'll see early on in the year. Keep in mind, this is fall baseball. We do have different rules. 7 innings and a run rule. 10 runs after 5 would be enough to end the game. Good idea from Billman as the throw is on point, but Davidson's back with a head-first dive. 1-0 count on Bennett. Billman nods and checks the runner. The pitch. Beautiful change, dips into the zone, evening it up at 1-1. Billman using the off speed to his advantage. Another back pick attempt, not there. It's a good idea to keep the runners honest, as in the college game you have a lot of speedy runners, especially when you get into the pinch runners. You need to make sure that you give your catcher behind the dish a chance to throw out the runner if he steals second or third. Nice block by Salgado behind the dish on the low offering, making it a 2-1 count. Salgado getting some early work in behind the dish. The junior is from Nevada, so definitely a different scenery here in Ohio compared to the city that never sleeps. Cranked right field and falls foul. That evens it up at 2-2 on the third baseman, Colby Millard, the catcher, due up next for Middletown. KSU looking for out number 2. The 2-2 from Billman. Misses low. Salgado, another block behind the dish, makes it a full count, 3-2. Plenty of encouragement coming from the dugout as Billman still looking for his first career K as a Golden Eagle in competitive play. The payoff pitch. Cranked into right center field, still going on back, and it's still in play. The throw coming in from right field is not in time. 1 run will score. Sliding into third base and safe is Bennett. It's a 1-out RBI triple for Cornell Bennett to put the Thunderhawks up 1-0. A beautiful swing into right center field. Leonard went to go get it. It was definitely close to going out of play, but nonetheless, it's the Thunderhawks who strike first in this pseudo-MAC matchup. And now the 4-hitter Millard, the catcher, steps up for his first cuts, has a runner 90 feet away from scoring. The pitch. Off speed, hits the corner, nothing in 1 count to begin the at-bat. Millard, the sophomore, went to Carlisle High School and is listed at 5'9", 175. Once again, goes low and misses, evening it up at 1-1. If you're just tuning in, an RBI triple from Bennett, the difference thus far. The 1-1. Missing low once again. So now a 2-1 count. Millard working here. He's seen 2 low pitches. Would not be surprised to see a take from him until he gets something he likes. Once again, missing low is Billman. It's a 3-1 count. And even more so, I would be surprised to see a swing here from Millard. He's seen 3 go low and miss the zone. If I'm him, I'm waiting for a strike a little bit higher. There it is, higher. It's at the letters, so that will make it a full count, 3-2. A good recovery from Billman. He was starting to lose the batter. Elevated his pitch, changed pitch variety, and got the strike. The payoff pitch, fouled over the backstop. If I'm not mistaken, this is the 3rd at-bat in a row that the count has reached a full 3-2 outcome. Miami definitely making Billman work early. The payoff pitch once again. It'll be ball for the 2nd walk of the inning. Davidson the 1st and Miller the 2nd. It's runners at the corners with 1 away as Brock Vaughn, the designated hitter, steps up. And we will have a pinch run here for the catcher. And now here becomes the chess match. You have runners at the corners. You could easily steal. If Salgado throws down, then that might give the runner at third base, Bennett, a free opportunity to go and score from third. However, you can do cutoffs. You can do a number of things. This might be the most technical part of the game, playing your first and third scenario correctly. Throwback not in time. Middletown sending David Johnson, the freshman outfielder from Hamilton High School, out to run. Billman checks over his shoulder. Throws back in. He has a jump on him. And he is barely safe. Oh, I don't know. It was close. Billman had a good read on Johnson as Johnson stuttered in between first and second. Definitely close, but Billman, he's starting to get in his groove on the back pick. Another one. He has another jump. And once again, safe. Johnson is in the gauntlet over at first base as for the 2nd time in a row, he barely gets back. I feel like we're going to see a delivery here from Billman, and we do. Chop foul coming towards us. Here's where my hand gets ready, and it goes just below us. If you see my hand in the frame, just know the ball is coming towards the camera. And also towards my girlfriend, who I love very much, who is my priority here, not the camera. Throwback, not in time, right on the money once again, but still Johnson able to just get to the corner.
Here we go, 45, let's go, Billman.
Billman keeping a close eye on Johnson. The pitch, runner goes. It's blocked by Salgado. Johnson is in at second base. Salgado able to hold back the throw. So it's a stolen bag for the 5'7", 120-pound freshman. So 2 runners in scoring position for Vaughn. It's a 1-1 count, even though we've seen Billman throw the baseball a good number of times. Ground ball left side, it just gets through. 1 run will score. Johnson hauling his way towards home. He will score. Salgado cuts. The throw down to 2 is not in time. It is a 2 RBI single, which then advances Vaughn to second base, giving Miami Middletown a 3-0 lead at the top of the first. A good bit of hitting from Vaughn. He took his time waiting to see the baseball. And finally, when he was given his opportunity, he split third and second, got through, and that will score Johnson along with Bennett. And now time is called as Coach Cole will go and talk things over with Billman. There is some action in Miami's bullpen as they are getting their starting pitcher, which will be Jamarcus Shillingsford, ready to go. And during this mound visit, we will step aside. Miami Middletown up 3-0 in the top of the first. Three 0 Miami Middletown lead over Kent State Tuscarawas. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Runner at second base after a 2 RBI single. And now Carter Sansone, the first baseman, steps up for his first cuts of the ball game, and we'll see a first pitch ball. Middletown, they're known for their bats, and they have shown that today. A couple of good hits, 1 big triple, and then a 2 RBI single. The only hits of the day, but the only hits that matter thus far. Going back to last year, it was Middletown who took 2 games off of KSU Tuscarawas. Another good block by Salgado, who has been putting in plenty of work behind the dish. Sansone, the freshman, is from Coleraine High School. The 5'10", 195-pounder looks to move the runner along. First strike of the at-bat as Billman gets him to swing through, making it 2-1. A good bounce back from Billman. Things have not gone his way quite yet, but still he looks to regather himself and get his team up to bat. The 2-1. Hit foul to the left side. Billman, 2 strikes in a row, has the batter Sansone evened up at 2-2. Blake Von Bargen, the right fielder, due up next for Miami. And you can hear the encouragement from the KSU dugout. The 2-2 misses upstairs. Full count for the 4th time this inning, 3-2. And Middletown's dugout as well getting in on the action, encouraging Sansone. The payoff pitch. Dips in, but it's going to be the 3rd walk of the inning, surrendered by Billman, and that puts runners at first and second with 1 away as Von Bargen steps up for his first cuts. Looking at his information, the 6-foot, 190-pound sophomore went to Fenwick High School and can play the infield, outfield, and as well can shove on the bump. Cranked into left field. That falls for a base hit. They are going to send the runner. The chuck from left field is not in time. It will be a single. The runners advance. It's 2 in scoring position, and Miami Middletown leads it 4-0. Von Bargen does his job moving the Ducks along on the pond, and now up steps the 8-hitter, Jordan Zapata. Zapata, the shortstop, played his high school baseball at Hamilton like a few of his teammates. Hamilton, Franklin, and Middletown, the most represented high schools on this Miami Middletown roster. First pitch, Salgado kicks it to his right. The runners will stay put. Caleb Salgado has put in an excellent shift in the top of the first. He has blocked a lot of baseballs. He has had excellent footwork. He has really impressed me thus far as a former catcher myself. Cranked up the gut, snagged over at short. The throw to one is just not in time. It will be an infield RBI single for Jordan Zapata, make it a 5-0 lead for Middletown. But what a snag over at shortstop by Campbell. Did a nice job to slide over. If it wasn't for a slight stumble, there was a chance he would have had the runner in time. So now we go back to runners at the corners with one away, and up steps Robbie Adams, the 9-hitter. The throwback is not in time as it's nearly neck level to Powell. Adams, the sophomore, 6'2", 165 pounds, went to Fenwick High School. They also have some other representation on this team, if I'm not mistaken. Looking at the roster, Von Bargen, who had the RBI single moments ago, also went to Fenwick. A good block by Salgado keeps it near. Billman at 36 pitches as of now will go to 37, the throwback. So we'll wait for 37, once again missing high. But Middletown, they have came as advertised. They're known for their bats, and they have shown it in the top of the first. Runner goes, the pitch, misses low. Salgado will let Zapata take second. It's 2 runners in scoring position for the Thunderhawks. Billman taking his time, getting the call. The 2-1. Dips but misses. 3-1 count, and in the on-deck circle is the leadoff hitter, Jake Lang. The payoff pitch breaks in, and they get the strike. Now it's a full count, 3-2. So I believe now for the 5th time out of 9 batters, we have a full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch just misses upstairs. It's another walk for Middletown, and that will load the bases. Jake Lang steps up for the 2nd time, the only batter for Miami retired thus far. The pitch. Beautiful off speed, gets into the zone. It's a 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on the center fielder. Lang, the 5'11", 170-pound righty, went to Edgewood High School. Gets past Salgado, no action on the base path, but it's a good reaction behind the dish by the catcher to jump on the loose ball. That will even it up at 1-1. Once Kent State gets their first opportunity to hit, they will send up Salgado, Campbell, and Leonard. Here comes the pitch. Sent into center field. Getting underneath it is Weddle. He makes the catch. Runner will tag from third and score. It's a sacrifice fly from Jake Lang to give Middletown a 6-0 lead with 2 away. That does the job. Still, Lang retired 2 times in a row, but still he gets the sacrifice fly, and that puts another run on the board. Runners at first and second for Caden Davidson, who walked his first time up.
Go, Billman.
Billman setting and delivering. Crank down the left field line, and it sneaks through fair. 1 run will score. Getting to it in left field for KSU is Maine. The throw home. It's picked off over at short. It goes to Salgado behind the dish. The throw down is not going to happen. Salgado chases him down and tags him out and helps him up. But 1 run will score on the sequence. It's an RBI single for Caden Davidson as Miami Middletown will go into the home half of the first up 7-0. Bottom one in Dover. It's 7-0 in favor of Miami Middletown. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. This inning, it's Caleb Salgado, Caleb Campbell, and Josh Leonard due up to hit for Kent State Tuscarawas, and they will take on Jamarcus Shillingford, the pitcher for Miami Middletown. First pitch of the inning, grounded too short. The chuck across the diamond is in time. It's one pitch, one out for the defense of Middletown. That was Zapata on the put out from short, and now up steps another Caleb. This time it's Campbell, the shortstop. Campbell, the junior, went to Cambridge High School and last year batted .349 with 7 doubles, 1 homer, and 12 RBIs. The second pitch of the inning from Shillingford. Hits the lettering, 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on the shortstop. Kent State looking for a big response. That could help as it's hit into right field, but on a line. 3 pitches this inning, 2 outs recorded by Middletown. Campbell hit it to a perfect spot in the outfield as Vaughn Bargan was able to come in and retrieve the baseball. And now up steps Josh Leonard, the right fielder, in for his first cuts of the game. The sophomore is from New York and went to C.W. Baker High School. He will start up in the count 1-0. The pitch from Shillingford. Missing upstairs, now a 2-0 count. Miami had a great top of the first, and the defense thus far has backed it up. The 2-0. Misses once again, 3 straight balls to Leonard, and in the on-deck circle is Jerry Patchett, the designated hitter. Shillingford trying to get back on track. Will not. He loses Leonard in 4 pitches with 2 away. KSU has their first base runner. And now up steps the dangerous Jeremy Patchett, the designated hitter. If he were with me for the summer season in the WRCL, Jeremy Patchett quickly earned the title of the heftiest swing in the league as he was able to smoke baseballs with ease. And as well, he is known for just having fun out there on the baseball diamond. We'll see him have some fun here with 2 away. The pitch. Leaves that one alone as it's in the dirt. 1-0 count. Patchett went to St. Michael's in Maryland, is from Maryland, but played with Coach Wisniewski and Premier, Ohio this past summer. Shillingford will come set. Now the pitch. Ground ball head to the right side of the infield, snagged over at 2. The simple throw to 1 is in time as Miami doesn't have any damage go against them, only the walk. End of 1 in Dover. It's Miami Middletown up 7-0 over KSU Tuscarawas. Top of the second inning in Dover. It's 7-0 in favor of Miami Middletown in this pseudo-MAC matchup. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon, live from basically inside the dugout. Yes, the press box is connected to the Kent State Tuscarawas dugout, so we had this interesting camera angle for you today. I'm kind of liking this. Am I a little bit scared about a foul ball hitting my camera? Yes, but still, it's a beautiful vantage point to see a beautiful baseball game in the heart of September. It's a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on Bennett. That evens it up as Billman is able to find his get-right pitch. The 1-1 as he wastes no time, misses outside, so now a 2-1 count. Cornell Bennett, Colby Millard, and Brock Vaughn, the 3-2 up this inning for Middletown. The 2-0. Misses low. A crushing now a 3-1. It should be 3-1. And now in the on-deck circle is the aforementioned Millard. The delivery. Misses outside. It's a leadoff walk for Middletown. And now up steps Miller, the catcher, walked his first time up and ended up scoring later on, courtesy of an RBI. I believe coming from Vaughn's hit. I could be wrong. Actually, no, looking back, I believe it was Von Bargen's RBI that ended up scoring Millard. Either way, his pinch runner scored, which was Johnson. In his slot, they scored. Cranked into left field. There's the bat flip, and it's foul. A buzzkill in the middle of fall for Miami. The ball was smoked over the fence, but the yellow foul pole had other plans. Miami's up 7-0, but otherwise that would have been very unfortunate with the bat flip, but still plenty of power. Billman must plan his next pitch carefully. The pitch misses low in the dirt as Salgado is able to scoop it up. But still, Miami probably on the verge of a home run. They're known for their bats for a reason. The pitch. Thought about it, but left it, and there is the late strike call. And time is called, as it looks like the runner, Bennett, has to tie his shoe. It should be a 1-2 count, as we wait for the shoe to be tied as it is. Billman still looking for his first career strikeout as a Golden Eagle. The throwback over to first is not in time. Billman has been working over to first base as he has thrown the ball back on numerous occasions. Here comes the 1-2. Misses inside as Millard backs out. Now a 2-2 count on the catcher. Billman looking for out number 1. The pitch. Cranked from a knee into center field. Getting underneath it for KSU is Waddle. He makes the catch, and that retires the catcher for out number 1. So Waddell makes the catch, and now that will bring up Brock Vaughn. The designated hitter had a 2 RBI single his first time up.
Here we go, roll it up, middle infield.
And as well, we will be giving some NFL score updates after this inning. Popped into right field on an awkward swing, and it drops foul. It's hard to see from our angle, but we just barely saw it going foul, and in the meantime, there is some action in the bullpen. As you can see from our camera angle, I'll move the camera that way. You can see some players. You really can't see much of the foul line. But still one of the most unique setups that I have been in my time broadcasting. Last couple of weeks, I have been in some interesting setups as well. I did a soccer game out of a shed, I believe it was last Thursday. An interesting view with a door frame in the middle of the field. This one might take the cake, though, but this one I really do like. It's a good vantage point. Maybe being above the dugout would be slightly better, but still, it's a box. It's hot out. We're protected from the sun. Misses just off the plate that time. Billman looking to string together a couple of outs. Billman nods and delivers. Misses low once again. 2-0 count on the lefty Vaughn. Billman has missed low plenty today. If he can bring up the pitch a little bit, maybe going to the outside corner, I could see him having some success. Misses low once again. Salgado just able to block it as it almost skipped past him. Now a 3-0 count. I'm trying to see what Billman is doing. It could be just too much of a follow through, and that's what's bringing the ball down as much as it is. We'll watch it here on the 3-0. The throwback, not in time, as the runner does a nice job to pick out the back corner. Miami's dugout once again getting back in it. The pitch, swing and a miss, gets them to chase in the dirt. Still missing low, and Miami's dugout not happy that Vaughn offered. It's a full count, 3-2. Billman going back to his favorite count. The payoff pitch, chopped up in the air on a pop into foul territory, and it will drop in between Foltz and Main in third and left field, respectively. An awkward pop. The swing, kind of a checked swing, but still had plenty of carry into left field. We will once again reload the 3-2 count. Billman looking for his first K as a Golden Eagle will once again throw back. Looking at the situation, it would do him good. Just focus on the batter here. It's 3-2. The runner, if he goes, he goes. Get out number 2. The payoff pitch. There it is! Brenton Billman's first career strikeout as a Golden Eagle retires Brock Vaughn for out number 2.
Let's go, baby.
There it is. Maybe all it takes for him to get in a rhythm is getting his first career as a Golden Eagle. So congrats to Billman on earning it here against Miami. His work still needing some time to finish. Getting out of this inning would be huge for KSU. They could put runs on the board. They have a lot of good hitters who know how to hit their spots correctly. If they can get a couple of innings under their belt of good defense, the offense should follow. The back pick from Salgado, not in time, as it goes up near the chest of Powell over at first. And looking at my fantasy team, very happy to see Aaron Jones also getting on the scoreboard. It's NFL Sunday. It's also baseball Sunday. You have to keep your eyes on both games at the same time. The 2-0 runner breaks. Chop foul to the right side. For Kent State Tuscarawas, it's Braden Main, Joe Fisher, and Andrew Powell due up in the home half of the second inning. 2-1 count. Billman coming set. Now the pitch. Popped up over into no man's land, just into left field, and calling it off for KSU is Campbell as he goes into left field, snagging the ball to retire the side. KSU gets out of the inning, only allowing a leadoff walk. Middle of 2 in Dover. It's 7-0 Miami Middletown. Miami Middletown up 7-0 over Kent State Tuscarawas in the home half of the second inning as Braden Main, one of the captains, will step up for his first cuts of the ball game. First pitch of the inning from Shillingford misses upstairs. It's a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon, and we welcome you here to sunny Dover, Ohio, from wherever you're watching. I know we have a lot of viewers from all across the United States and even some from overseas. I believe we do have a viewer from the Netherlands on hand with us today. So welcome to you and welcome to all the viewers from around the United States and our beautiful planet. It's a 1-2 count here. Maine looking to get a good pitch from Shillingford. Shillingford misses upstairs. That will even it up at 2-2. Maine last year as a freshman had an excellent season, batting .371 with 21 RBIs. The 2-2. Ground ball hit to the right side of the infield. Once again going towards Davidson. The simple chuck to first is in time. It's 1 up, 1 down for Miami's defense. So 2 straight ground outs to second base by Kent State. And now up steps Joe Fisher, the second baseman for the Golden Eagles.
Come on, Joe, let's go, baby.
Fisher last year batted .385 with 1 double and 2 RBIs. The sophomore is from Strasburg, Ohio, which is maybe 20 minutes north from here. It's a 1-0 count to begin this at-bat. The pitch from Shillingford. Miss is upstairs. Once again, it's a 2-0 count.
Hey, sit on one here, kid. Sit on one.
The Golden Eagles definitely looking for a rebound this inning. If they can put a couple runs on the board here and start adding on to it, that will help them get back in this game. Fouled back, 2-1 count. That's the beautiful thing about baseball. The game is never over until it's officially over. There's been a lot of crazy comebacks over the years. This could be another one, but Kent State does have time on their side. Shillingford sets and delivers a 2-1. Fouled over the backstop. And as well, looking into the bleachers, definitely a decent amount of fans out for today's game as Middletown as well looks like they traveled pretty well. The 2-2. Ground ball hit foul to the right side. 2-2 count with 1 away. In the on-deck circle is Andrew Powell, the first baseman. Shillingford sets and delivers. Smoked up between second and short. It's a 1-out single as the fielders collide in right and center field. The throw is back in, but not in time as Fisher is able to take advantage of miscommunication. It's a single, but he's in scoring position. An obscure play. It was smoked between second and short, more towards second base, and then the right fielder, Von Bargan, collided with the center fielder, Lang. They appear to be okay, just a little bit shaken up. Time will be called as Miami Middletown will talk things over. Probably a good idea, especially given the collision out in left and center, or correction, right and center. This is fall baseball. You don't want to see anyone get hurt and be lost for the season. If they're a little bit banged up, maybe you take them out and maybe you see them again in game number 2. But it looks like there's a good chance that they will stay in. As well here on SmeeSports tomorrow evening, we will be at Marlington High School for our Spectrum Game of the Week as the Dukes play host to Ursuline in a girls soccer clash. Coverage beginning at 6:30 from Marlington High School, and that game will re-air later on Alliance Spectrum's channel 1022. It appears that the fielders are both okay out in right and center field. So Shillingford will have to deal with a runner in scoring position behind him as he will now welcome Andrew Powell, the lefty, up to the plate for the first time today. Powell batting .370 with 6 doubles, 3 triples, and 16 RBIs in 2024. The senior from Utah looks to begin his day. The pitch. Misses upstairs. A 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. It's seeming like KSU is taking their time, and that has really started to affect Shillingford's delivery. The 1-0. A get-right pitch for Shillingford as he evens it up at 1-1. He hasn't had to do much on the mound today. He is definitely a contact pitcher, but his defense has stepped up on numerous occasions. Swing and a miss, now a 1-2 count, and that gets the woos of the dugout for Middletown.
Come on now, 17. We go AP.
1-2 count with one away. Shellingford looking for a big out, number 2. Doesn't get it as it goes past the catcher, Millard. And over at second base, Fisher will stay put. Thought about it, but did not have a good enough jump, so he will remain over at second. 2-2 count in the on-deck circle for Tuscarawas is Waddell, the center fielder. The pitch misses upstairs and snagged by Millard. 3-2 count. So I believe for the first time today, Kent State Tuscarawas has worked a count to full. And you can hear the encouragement from the dugout in front of us here. It's a 3-2 count. Shillingsford will come set, checks the runner, and delivers the payoff pitch. Misses just barely, and it will be a one-out walk for Powell after Maine was retired. The next 2 reach, and now Jared Waddell, the center fielder, steps up for his first cuts in a big situation. He can move the runners along, or he can put Tuscarawas on the board. The pitch. Thought about it, but checks. A good hold there. They check. Shillingsford looking to get out of the inning unscathed. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A big cut there. Now an 0-2 count. Dakota Foltz, the third baseman, awaits in the on-deck circle for Kent State Tuscarawas. The 0-2. Grounded in the dirt, but blocked by Millard. Makes it now a 1-2 count. And you can just see for this Miami Middletown team, everyone on the roster playing their part. That really plays into their mantra of we. W-E in all caps. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Shillingsford gets his first K of the ball game, retiring Waddell for out number 2. And now Dakota Foltz, the third baseman and 9-hitter, steps up for his at-bat of the ball game. Looking at Dakota Foltz, the freshman from Newark, Ohio, is listed as a utility player, and today he is playing over at the hot corner. It's a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Shillingsford looking to get out of the inning. Both pitchers now have a strikeout to their name. The pitch. Hits the knees. That will even it up at 1-1. Shillingsford has done a good job of changing his location. He has hit the top part of the zone. He's also gone low, and he's gotten batters to chase. That is huge for him on the mound, as he can have a full pitch arsenal. As hello, that one greets us almost here in the press box.
Hey, I'm sorry.
If anything, that went towards the scorers more than us, but still definitely close. It's friendly fire from the 9-hitter. And it looks like Patchett got hit by it. And he did get hit. There he is. Swing and a miss. Foltz will come back to the dugout after getting struck out, and Patchett might have some words for him. We go into the third inning unscathed for now. Miami Middletown up 7-0, but our lives definitely in danger from foul balls. 2 innings in the books here at Dover City Park. Lives almost taken. Scary scenes in the press box and the dugout. But we still play America's pastime, hoping to avoid any injuries from foul balls. The first pitch of the inning misses low. It's a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on Van Bargen, who had an RBI single his first time up. It's the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Middletown that are due up this inning. Billman misses low once again. A 2-0 count as Van Bargen, the right fielder, looking to replicate his single that he recorded in his first at-bat. Misses short once again, a 3-0 count, and Zapata, the shortstop, awaits in the on-deck circle for the Thunderhawks. Billman sets and delivers. Hits the outside corner, making it a 3-1 count. Once again, Billman, the transfer from Otterbein, making his debut as a Golden Eagle. The 3-1. Grounded and goes past Salgado. It's a leadoff walk on 5 pitches for Lake Von Bargen. Now up steps the shortstop Zapata. Had an RBI single his first time up. He looks to move along Van Bargen on the base path to potentially put some more runs on the board for the Thunderhawks. Billman will set and deliver. Swing and a miss. A hefty cut in the box puts Zapata down 0-1. A good job from Billman. He's still aiming towards the lower end of the zone. That time he hit it, goes upstairs, changes it up, and misses. That will even things up at 1-1. Billman starting to find his footing a little bit better here in the top of the third. Throws back to first, not in time, as Von Bargen is back in standing. The pitch. Backs the batter out, making it 2-1. Billman trying to keep the runner honest at the same time. Will deal. Cranked into right field and just falls in front of the right fielder Leonard for a base hit. Going to third base is Von Bargen, and he is safe. It's runners at the corners with none away as Middletown get the bats rolling once again. Bless you, by the way. We also do have people next to us in the box, so we're going to interact with them a little bit. We like to have fun. If you were with us once again for the WRCL season, we had Kent State proper's Sawyer Solitary in the box with us for a good part of the game as he was running the scoreboard just out of courtesy more than anything. Looking forward to seeing what the Ignatius legend can do for Kent State proper this year. But we had some fun with him in the box. We were able to have some good conversation there, so when we had the opportunity to interact with the players in the box, we definitely take it. The throwback, not in time. And as well, you got to have fun out here. It's a Sunday. We get to have some baseball, some good quality baseball. You just got to go out there and have some fun. Runner goes. The throw down from Salgado. It's close. The tag is in time. A dime toss by Caleb Salgado gets the runner Zapata chugging for second base and gets out number 1. A beautiful chuck from Caleb Salgado. He has been working behind the dish plenty this afternoon. And the runner, just not enough speed. He went to the back corner, Javi Baez style, and couldn't get there. The pitch. Popped up to the right side. It's a no man's land. This could get down, and it does. The runner will score from third base, making it an 8-0 ball game, as is a technical RBI single for Robbie Adams. So now we go back to the top of the lineup as we have Jake Lang, the center fielder, back up for his third cuts of the ball game. First pitch drops and bounces into Salgado's glove. It's a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Billman checks the runner and delivers. Finds the upper echelon of the zone as that will even it up at 1-1. Lang so far today 0 for 1 with a pop out and a sacrifice fly. So now 2-1 count. Billman checking over at first base. No lead. The pitch goes and hits the outside corner. A nice spot from Billman as he's starting to get in his groove. It's a 2-2 count. Billman looking for his second K as a Golden Eagle. Ground ball hit from a knee. It just sneaks past. There is no throw. And from bended knee, Jake Lang gets an infield single. I have not seen something like that in a long time. He swings low. We've seen a couple of the Thunderhawks players get down to a knee when they swing to chase. But to get that much power on it and get it in that good of a spot is pretty impressive from Lang, as he has earned his first base hit and his first time on base. Ground ball hit down the left field line and skips at the hot corner, and that will load the bases. I can't tell if that hit off of Fultz's glove or just ricocheted off the bag. Either way, the bases are loaded. And now Cornell Bennett, the third baseman, steps up for the third time today. An RBI triple his first time up and a walk his second time. Billman deals. Thought about it, but holds back, and he maybe should have swung. It's a 0-1 count. For Kent State Tuscarawas, it's the top of the lineup due up in the third. And a good pitch there from Billman, making it 0-2. Brenton Billman looking for his second strikeout of the afternoon. Shakes off a plethora of pitches. The 0-2 runs inside and slightly backs the batter out. Or correction, this is a pinch hitter, as this is, I believe, number 10, Aiden Sargent. There we go. Excuse me for that misunderstanding there. Goes into the dirt, making it a full count, 3-2. In the on-deck circle is Millard. The payoff misses upstairs. Billman loses them, and that will make it a 9-0 ball game. Time being called, and we will have the call to the bullpen as Coach Cole will come and retrieve Billman. He will leave the game. 9 runs on the board with 1 away in the top of the third. We will step aside and rejoin the action in Dover in a few moments. There's an old saying, you can never trust a man that has two first names. However, KSU Tuscarawas will do so as they send Nick Paul onto the mound to take over in the top of the third with one away. Paul, the freshman from Massillon, Ohio, played his high school ball for the Massillon Tigers. First pitch that he will throw is sent into right field and caught. The runner over at third will tag. The play at the plate is not in time. It's a sacrifice fly for Colby Millard to put the Thunderhawks into double figures. So Millard does his job, and now Brock Vaughn, the designated hitter, steps up for his third cuts, a 2 RBI single and a strikeout looking to his name thus far.
Here we go, 4-1. Let's go, Nick Paul.
Paul as well making his competitive debut for KSU Tuscarawas, blocked by Salgado behind the dish. He has definitely been active and a bright spot for this KSU team today. He also has a throwout from behind the dish to his name. Paul coming set. Will deliver. Cranked well foul down the right field line. 1-1 count here on Brock Vaughn. Vaughn, the sophomore from Miamisburg, Ohio, is 5'10" and 185 pounds and throws along with batting lefty. Now a 2-1 count here. Last year, Miami Middletown had one of their best years in history, had their first winning season in 25 years. So for the first time in the 2000s, they were above 500. So technically, I believe, if you do the math, 1999 was the last time that they went above 500 before this past year. In 2024, they're worrying about the Heat. Back in 1999, they're worrying about Y2K. The 3-1 count. Just misses off the plate. A good miss there. Paul not happy with the call, as that will load the bases. Definitely close on that outside corner from our angle. It did look pretty good, but still, we don't have the best vantage point in the house. But the bases load nonetheless for Carter Sansone, the first baseman. Sansone so far today, a walk and a pop out to his name. Paul's first pitch misses low. It's a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Paul comes back set once again. The 1-0. Popped shallowly into right center field, and it drops in. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. It's a 2 RBI pop single for Carter Sansone to put the Thunderhawks up by 12. Yet another bloop. The wind playing tricks on the defense. So now up steps Lake Von Bargen, the right fielder. A base hit with an RBI along with a walk to his name thus far. Paul looking to rebound and get out number 3. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It looked like Van Bargen got ahead of it and maybe above it. It's a 0-1 count. Paul just looking to get his Golden Eagles back up to the sticks, and that will help them. 2 quick strikes from the freshman. And 2 good pitches at that. Both of them challenging Von Bargen, and the pitcher has gotten the better of the matchup thus far. It's an 0-2 count. Paul to get out of the jam. Does not there as Von Bargen leaves it alone and stands like a statue. Definitely a bold decision to stand like that in that scenario, but still, you can't blame him. If you don't like the pitch, you don't swing. It's a 1-2 count, the pitch in the dirt. Now a 2-2 count. KSU has had trouble closing out at bats today. They will look to change that here. Paul, if he can go back to what he did the first 2 pitches of the at-bat, that would most likely get them out of the inning. The 2-2. He goes back to it, and the result goes in favor of the Golden Eagles. First career strikeout for Nick Paul as he gets out of the jam. Miami Middletown still dominating, up 12-0. And when we return, it's the top of the lineup about to hit for KSU Tuscarawas. Top of the lineup here for Kent State Tuscarawas as they are down 12-0 to Miami Middletown in the home half of the third inning. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon in sunny Dover, Ohio. Salgado grounded out his first time up. Also has a throwout from behind the dish to his name as he has put in an excellent shift behind the dish with plenty of blocks and pushes. It's a 1-0 count to begin his second at-bat of the ball game. And on the mound, Jamarcus Schillingsford still has 1K to his name. It's a pop-up from Salgado in no man's land, and it drops. Salgado rounding second base will go and slide in.
Yes, sir! There we go, sir! Yes, sir!
So technically, I believe it didn't hit anyone. I don't think anyone touched it, so technically, that is a double. I'm going to score it as a double. Nonetheless, a runner in scoring position, Salgado will sub out, and we will see Maroke come in and run. The freshman from North Canton Hoover will look to be the first run of the game for KSU Tuscarawas. But once again, the wind playing tricks on the defense. And now Caleb Campbell steps up for his second cut, a fly out to right field, his first time up. The first baseman, Sansone, charging in, cranked into right field once again. It keeps going on back and is caught on a line by Von Bargen, and the pinch runner will remain at second base. Josh Leonard, the right fielder, stepping up for his second cut of the ball game. He walked his first time up. And in the on-deck circle for KSU Tuscarawas, the foul ball magnet, Jeremy Patchett. He's a good sport about it. He's enjoying his life still. But still, we're going to focus on Leonard here. A walk to his name thus far. The sophomore from C.W. Baker High School looking to make an impact here in Dover. The pitch. Misses upstairs. A 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Jamarcus Schillingford so far only allowing 2 base hits, a couple of walks, but otherwise he has done an excellent job on the mound, and a big reason why is his defense. In baseball, sometimes you have guys, they go for the strikeouts. They have lots of strikeouts per game. But then you get into your contact pitchers, and they can be easily as dangerous as long as the defense behind them can hold their weight. And in this case, Miami Middletown's defense has definitely done so. A few exceptions definitely do exist. You're not going to make every single play. If you made every single play, it would be a perfect game, and those are extremely rare in my broadcast career. I've only seen 2 no-hitters, but both of those games, plenty of walks on the board. So to have an immaculate game, it's tough. The 1-2. Sent into left center field, it might drop, and a beautiful web gem in center field robs KSU of a base hit. That is Jake Lang with a snag. That is an unlucky break for KSU as Lang extends completely to get it, and now up steps Jeremy Patchett. He looks to keep his head intact here as, if you're just tuning in, he was clipped by a foul ball that almost rung us up in the dugout. It bounced, it hit Patchett in the head. He is okay, and now he is out for vengeance. Runner at second base with 2 away. The pitch. Smacked into left center field. It will fall. 1 run will score. Patchett puts KSU Tuscarawas on the board as he is in a second base sliding. The baseball hit him in the head, so he gets his revenge and smacks it in the gap. KSU once again on the board.
There's one. Keep it rolling. Let's go now. Here we go.
I think the baseball will think twice about going after Patchett again. But there he is. The heftiest swing in the WRCL is back at the collegiate level. He had to sit out last year, and he is enjoying himself now at second base. You can't hate Jeremy Patchett. He goes out there, has a fun attitude, and can smack the baseball around. And now up steps Braden Main, the left fielder. The pitch. Foul ball. It hits off his bat. I don't know how it went back there with that trajectory. Just based off the way he swung. An 0-1 count 12-1 in favor of Miami Middletown is your score. The pitch misses upstairs. That will even it up at 1-1.
Come on, B-Man.
Braden Main, or as his teammates call him, B-Main, one of the 4 captains as a freshman, had an excellent year, as I mentioned before, batting .371. To have a guy as good as he is this young as a captain, that is huge. Patchett back safe over at second base after standing in between second and short.
Full center, no center.
1-2 count. Shillingford looking to get out of the inning with only 1 run allowed. Shillingford will set. Now the pitch. Popped up right side and out of play. Maine is fighting to stay alive. And in the on-deck circle is Joe Fisher, the second baseman. Shillingford will come set. It's a 1-2 count. The pitch barely to the left side as it will hit the fence. It's a good battle here by the sophomore as he looks to still get the better of Shillingford. Shillingford looking for his second K of the game. So far, each pitcher that has pitched, which would be 3, has 1 K to their name. Shillingford looking to take the lead in that category in the game. And he does there, freezing Maine for strike 3, his second K of the ball game, but not before Jeremy Patchett can hit a 2-out double into the left center field gap, scoring a run and putting KSU Tuscarawas on the board. End of 3 at Dover City Park is Miami Middletown up 12-1 over KSU Tuscarawas. Back on for the top of the 4th inning here at Dover City Park. 12-1 is your score. And on the screen, you see that if you own a small business and are looking to sponsor local broadcasts, contact me at any of those places, email, X, or Instagram, preferably email, and I would love to get a contract done as I'm looking to get some sponsorships to cover local games such as Marlington High School, where I will be tomorrow evening as they take on Youngstown Ursuline in a girls soccer clash. Coverage beginning live here at around 6:15 p.m. Paul's first pitch of the inning is swung on and missed by Zapata. Nothing in 1 count to begin the at-bat. Paul, since coming into the game, has done a nice job settling the defensive show across. Is in time as Powell is able to recover over at first base. 1 up, 1 down, and the top of the 4th.
Do it again. 1 down. Here we go.
A good throw across by Foltz, and now up steps Robbie Adams, the left fielder. A walk and a base hit to his name thus far. The pitch misses upstairs. Paul will come set, checking over at his wrist, getting the call. The 1-0. Misses out.
Boy.
Now 1-1 count. Paul battling the pitch. Cranked into left field and will just fall and skip over the head of Maine. He will go to 2. The throw and plenty of time. The tag is there. That is how you recover on the defensive end of things. A beautiful job by the outfield of KSU Tuscarawas to earn out number 2.
Yes, sir.
It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. And KSU's outfield did indeed finish. Guys out there that could play, and these are the guys that they have out there. Themselves up. And now time being called. It looks like the ump wasn't ready. Paul took a step and then stopped. So now we're back underway. Cranked left side once again. Snagged over at short. The throw. Not in time. The head first slide from Lang enough to get him in. An infield single, but still a good throw across from Campbell. And now up steps Caden Davidson, the second baseman, for the 4th time this afternoon. So far today, a walk, an RBI single, and a single. It could have been an error. However it was scored, it was iffy, but still he has reached 3 times. Chopped just foul to the right side. It was a checked swing, so not too much power on it. Nothing in 1 count. But still an excellent job by KSU Tuscarawas' outfield. When they go back and watch film of this game, that will be something I'm sure Coach Cole will talk about, that recovery in the outfield, along with a lot of other things. This ball going a little bit further on back. It's going, and it is caught in center field. Waddell gets underneath it, over his back shoulder, and retires the side. No damage done, and the outfield puts on an excellent show, retiring 2 batters. Middle of 4 in Dover. It's 12-1, Miami. Bottom 4 in Dover, 12-1 in favor of Middletown is your score. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon as the first pitch of the inning is fouled to the backstop. Nothing at 1 count to begin the at-bat on Joe Fisher. After Fisher, it's Andrew Powell and Jared Waddell do up this inning. 2 hit for KSU. The second pitch misses low. That evens it up at 1-1. Jamarcus Shillingford still on the bump for Miami. If the result holds through 5, the game would end. So most likely he will see this one out. That foul ball hits the ump in his right elbow, so he will take a second to regather himself. He appears to be okay. He's having a conversation with Joe Fisher in the box. In the meantime, Miami will talk things over for a brief moment on the mound as they will use his opportunity to regather.
Go, Joe, do a job. Here we go now, Joe.
Definitely a good thing for the ump behind the dish that I assume we will have the ump switch places in game number 2. So he'll be a little bit safer in the field, but as we've seen here in the dugout press box, not completely safe. Swing and a miss, a hefty cut in the dirt. The tag from the catcher Millard is enough to retire Fisher for out number 1. That's the third K of the afternoon from Shillingford. Now Andrew Powell walked his first time up, steps up for his second opportunity to hit in game number 1.
Let's go, 17. Here we go now, AP. Let's go, Utah. Here we go, kid.
Chopped to the right side. Shillingford snags. It's a pitcher fielding play for out number 2. A simple play made as Shillingford was led right to the ball via his momentum, and he was able to easily step on the bag. And now up steps Jared Waddell. Had a couple of nice plays in center field in the top of the 4th. He looks to have that translate to his swing. Shillingford will come set. The pitch. Misses low. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. There is some action in Middletown's bullpen. It is some stretching, so it could just be the starter for game number 2 getting primed. Now a 2-0 count as that one also misses low. Waddell, an incoming freshman from Cuyahoga Falls, played his high school baseball at Woodridge. Definitely a lot of tough teams he had to go up against. And that has definitely helped him get to where he is now. It's a 3-0 count on the center fielder, Dakota Foltz. The third baseman awaits in the on-deck circle. The pitch. A good get right from Shillingford makes it a 3-1 count. Shillingford wasting no time, goes back to work. Swing and a miss. 3-0 to 3-2. The pitcher has done a nice job to recover. The payoff pitch. Misses in the dirt. Is a 2-out walk for Waddell, which will put a runner on for Dakota Foltz. The third baseman struck out swinging his first time up, but he will look to make amends here in his second and most likely final at-bat of the ballgame. And now we will have a mound visit as Miami Middletown will talk things over. Once again, we will be back on tomorrow for the SmeeSports High School game of the week as Marlington plays host to Youngstown Ursuline in a girls soccer clash. 6:30 kickoff, 6:15 live coverage from Marlington High School, and that game will later re-air on Alliance Channel 1022 Spectrum. That will be a fun one to watch as Marlington, I believe, still looking for their first win of the year against a Youngstown Ursuline team that is looking to improve their stats going into the playoff draw in a few short weeks. And as well, we will be back on next week for KSU Tuscarawas' doubleheader starting at 12 o'clock at Conotton Valley High School. To stay updated on all the games I'm covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter. Subscribe here to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Back in action as Shillingford looks to get out number 3 and will go up against the third baseman, Dakota Foltz. The throwback, not in time, a good idea as Shillingford tried to catch Waddell off guard. But Shillingford, the freshman, definitely having a good outing, a big frame, definitely helping him. 6'3", 220, kind of reminiscent frame of a player who plays for Miami proper and a guy that I knew very well from my time at Holy Name in Connor Preisel. Preisel, a big pitcher, had plenty of speed behind his arm. I'm seeing kind of a version of Preisel in Shillingford, and that's a base hit down the line for Foltz. Rounding and going to third is Waddell. He is in the head first slide. It's runners at the corners with 2 away as Miami Middletown's defense looking to get to the ball as they scramble.
And there they are, Sal. Let's go, baby. There they are, kid.
And now up steps Caleb Salgado. A double his last time up. He has looked good thus far. He looks to add another run onto the board. And now there's some more urgent action in the bullpen as R.J. Anderson, the sophomore from Middletown, will go and warm up with his catcher, Hunter Barnhill. Cranked up too short. The flip over to 2 is in time. A nice play by Zapeta and Davidson to retire the side. KSU Tuscarawas had a runner 90 feet away from scoring, but they were unable to get him across. End of 4 in Dover. It's 12-1 Miami Middletown. Potentially Miami Middletown's last ups of game number 1 in the top of the 5th inning. If the result holds, the game will end as the run rule is 10 runs after 5. We are in abbreviated college summer rules as this is a 7-inning game that will end with the run rule. Definitely some confusion there as normal college, obviously 9-inning game, softball 7-inning game. Pretty basic NCAA standard there, but this one, we're going summer rules. Once again, WRCL, they adapt to these rules, so you're going to see that in this game. This is just basically a warm-up for the spring season. Spring about to get underway in around 6 months. Still, it's sooner than we think. When we think baseball, we think end of March, maybe early April that begins. No, the college level, some teams are playing in mid-February, and you go down south, they're playing a lot earlier than that. So we're not too far away from baseball season where America's pastime will return to the screen, but still we have some October baseball coming up in the MLB. The Guardians, they're looking really good. They just wrapped up the Central a couple days ago. They're looking really good as we have our version of Babe Ruth and Josh Naylor, as we've seen some very good comparison pictures between the GOAT and Babe Ruth. But now up to bat for Miami Middletown. It will be the substitute from earlier, which is Aiden Sargent. It'll be a 1 or an 0-1 count, to begin this at bat as Paul continues to deal on the mound for KSU. Ground ball chopped foul to the left side. It's an 0-2 count. One pitcher warming up along with another getting loose in the bullpen for Middletown as Bryce Gill, the freshman from Carlisle High School, is the one getting stretched, and the one warming up officially is RJ Anderson. The 0-2. Sent into Middletown's bullpen foul. Would not be surprised to see the pitching change, but at the same time, there's always a chance that Coach Adams will opt to save his pitcher for game number 2. Thus far this year, Middletown, they have looked really good in the fall. Ground ball left side, it goes. Snagged over at third. The throw to 1 is in time. It's 1 up, 1 down for KSU's defense.
There we go, boys. One more, get another hit.
A good snag by Foltz as he chucks it across. But thus far, once again, 12-1 and 11-1 victories over Community Christian for Middletown. Given this game as well, 35 runs in just under 3 games in fall play is a crazy statistic for any team. Ground ball left side, it goes over to short. Campbell scoops. The chuck is in time over to Powell, and he's able to hold on for out number 2. Brock Vaughn, the designated hitter, steps up for the 4th time in this ball game. A 2 RBI single, his first time up, a strikeout looking, and a walk to his name in game number 1. And once again, we will have game number 2 shortly after this one as KSU will look to regroup and go back up against their pseudo MAC rivals. The pitch. smacked right side, and scooped over at second. A web gem from Davidson, or correction, from Fisher, as he's able to throw it over to first, retiring the side. The gloves are working in full force for KSU. Middle of 5 in Dover. It's 12-1 in favor of the Thunderhawks. KSU, they need a run. Actually, correction, they need 2 runs to keep this game going. It's 12-1 in the bottom of the 5th. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon in game 1 of our doubleheader. Popped with plenty of power to the right side in the outfield, and getting underneath it is Vaughn Berger. Looks like we have a substitute. It is Amon Vaughn out there, the freshman from Springsboro High School, getting underneath the route number 1. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of other changes, and we do. Looking over at first base, we have Mark Maruka, the sophomore from Centerville, in over at first. Coach Adams changing things up for his team as he wants to keep his guys fresh for game number 2, and they're 2 outs away from getting there. The pitch from Shillingford. Misses inside. That will make it a 2-0 count. Leonard so far, a walk and a fly out to his name. The pitch. Misses. 3-0 count on Leonard. Patchett awaits in the on-deck circle as he is responsible for the only run that scored this game for KSU Tuscarawas. And a late strike call that makes it 3-1. Good rebound from Shillingford. He goes again. Shot to the right side of the infield. Snagged over at first base by Maruka. And the throw over to Shillingford grants him the pitcher fielding play for out number 2. And Miami Middletown can sound the final countdown.
Come on out, Patch. All right, just like last time. Stay high.
So Jeremy Patchett, the last line of offense for KSU. They need him to produce or the game ends. Shillingford will come set. Now the pitch. Just misses. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on Patchett, who has an RBI double to his name along with the ground out. The pitch. Bounces in and scooped behind the dish by Millard. Makes it a 2-0 count. This inning, Shillingford has struggled early on in at-bats. The 2-0. And it's a strike, and it's not even caught by the catcher. 9 times out of 10, if the catcher drops it, it's not going to be given a strike. This time, it is given. It looked like a good pitch, but maybe borderline. So the drop most times negates it, and that makes up for it. Now a 3-1. KSU definitely feels Patchett should be on first base right now, but he will look to get there here on the 3-1 from Shillingford. Fouled away. So now a full count, 3-2. KSU Tuscarawas down to their final strike. Shillingford looking to finish. The payoff pitch pops up into the right side, foul, and not caught. Barely drops. Patchett will have another chance. If Patchett is able to produce, Braden Main, the left fielder, would be due up next. Patchett lining up for the payoff pitch once again from Shillingford. Misses outside. Patchett does his job and draws the walk. And now Braden Main will have a chance to extend the game a little bit. As well, KSU is looking to put 2 runs on the board, but more importantly for Miami Middletown, they're looking to avoid allowing more than 1 run in a game for the first time out of 3 this fall. In both games they played, only allowing 1 run. But still, this Middletown team looking for an excellent 2025 season. In 2024, they had 21 freshmen on their active roster. Swing and a miss, now a 1-1. Miami Middletown, they have plenty of goals. They want to win the national championship. They want to have a 100% grad rate. And as well, they just want to create good young men. That is what I was told by Coach Adams, as he has coached his team really well. He is not a baseball guy. His background is basketball, 17 years as a basketball coach. But he has made this team a well-oiled machine. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. And once again, KSU down to their final strike. Maine needs to produce or the game will end. Shillingford looking to book it. The 2-2. Hit foul. Maine fighting like he did in the last at-bat he was up for. It remains 2s all the way around. 2-2, 2 away. The pitch. Smacked over to second base. The dive is there. The throw to 2 is in time. A web jab ends the game for Miami Middletown as they win game 1, 12-1. What a snag over at second base. That was not an easy play by any means to make, but they're able to snag it. And now KSU Tuscarawas will get back to the drawing board in between games. That will do it for our coverage of game number 1. Before we switch over to our second stream, if you own a small business and are looking to sponsor some local broadcasts in the Greater Alliance area, contact me at one of those places on your screen. But with that, that will do it for game 1. I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending the first part of your Sunday afternoon here with us in Dover. We will see you again in a little bit for game number 2 of KSU Tuscarawas versus Miami Middletown baseball.